what's happening, groovy people? Hope everybody's feeling good. We are feeling good. We're very happy to be with you for this Wednesday night, 8 p.m. night flight. Unless, of course, you're listening in the great state of New Jersey, p.m., but that ain't stopping Iron Rags. Where there he is, lined up, ready to go. Or, Tony, dare I say, all the way across the globe over in the Japan area, we have the great Doug from Japan. It's funny, Doug, we were just talking about you, brother, about 10 minutes ago before the show started. I was like, I want to do a Doug in Japan tribute tonight because you've been through such a trauma lately. I mean, the earthquake, dude, we were all thinking about you. For real, just so you know, Doug, all of us in the PNP community, we're talking about you. We are toasting you. We're hoping all is well over there. So it's great to see you on the board tonight, Doug. In fact, Tony, if we could, maybe we just start the show tonight with a Tekashi tribute. I don't know.
First of all, Paulie, all right, Tokyo! And
thank you very much, Creative Tony. That one's for you, Doug. We dedicate this show to you tonight. You're getting some love on the board right now. Very happy to see you with us tonight. Now, as tradition dictates, Tony, we have to award the pre-show post of the day. And this is something else we were talking about before the show tonight, Creative Tony and I. Pre-show post of the day goes to our very own art director and soul brother number one, Dom Peralta. He had a very funny post a few minutes back. He said, quote, now that the Giants have a top 5 pick, only the 4th in history, I'll be obsessed and making tracking documents and watching video like Kruger scouting 6th round linemen from Coastal Carolina. Brother, that's some high level S right there. And that's what Kruger's all about. Kruger is all about like James Madison, second string guys, who's playing ball like Lafayette. He'll be watching film of like Lehigh Lafayette. You can't stop Kruger when it comes to scouting, when it comes to preparation. And I'm not breaking his balls. This is a tribute. This is a salute to Kruger. He prepares in a way that I could never prepare. It's so funny. We used to have him come into the studio back in the old days when he was with Fitz and everything. And we'd see like Kruger walking in. He'd have like binders under each arm, like football binders, basketball, and I'm not exaggerating. And then he would open these things up like encyclopedias, Tony. He'd spread them out all over the console in the studio, and he'd have like color coordinated pages and pink highlight, orange highlight, yellow. He is the master of preparation. So, Dom, that made me laugh, dude. Coastal Carolina, 5th round, 100%, dude. That's what Kruger is all about. You remember that, dude? The preparation of Kruger, Tony. Second,
the multicolored Sharpies the highlighters. I mean, it was what pink was one thing, yellow was another, green was another. It was pretty wild. And he'd fan them out on the desk, and it's just like, hey, tip of the cap, Krugs. You do your homework, brother. You definitely do your homework. Paulie, if you don't mind, I'd rather get right out of the gates.
Oh yeah, it's business time. It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
There we go. Doug in Japan. It's another super in yen, Paulie. 1,323 yen. 13 for Brock Purdy. 23 for CMC. Run CMC.
Don't leave out Marquez Pope now. I've told you that before.
I will absolutely leave out Marquez Pope. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, I've told you about this. I took a whiz next to Marquez Pope in a urinal.
How'd that go? How was the banter? How was the side-by-side urinal banter with Marquez? And by the way, I want to remind everybody, he wore 23 before CMC came along, and that guy could hit. Marquez Pope could hit a fool. I'm telling you. I saw it many times. Yeah.
It was at USF. And it was after, I think, a basketball game. And I didn't actually.
Marquez Pope was on the hilltop?
Yeah.
Okay. I like him even more now. Nice.
But Doug in Japan saying, Domo arigato, for real. You guys received many messages from PNP Familia. Real family we are. Doug, you said it best, brother. And so glad you're okay. And thank you for the super in yen. I love getting supers in yen, man.
Yeah. How's the conversion rate going over there? And by the way, Doug, we love you, buddy. I'm glad you're with us, and I'm glad you're in one piece over there. It must be hard. I mean, I can only imagine. But at some point, dude, Tony, do you ever even think about that? quakes because we're
all the time. We're so due. We're so
effing due. It's not even funny. I wish, dude, I got to be honest. I wish we could just get a couple of quakes just to get it over with. Like it's the not knowing when it's going to happen that gets me nervous sometimes. Because you don't really,
I'll take like waiting or think quakes versus like hurricane season every year.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Season, you know what I mean? You got floods, you got fires. Yeah. What's going on, dude, on Mother Earth, dude? Yeah,
so I'm at a wooden table. I'm knocking on wood as we speak. Wooden table, knocking on wood, and I'm also cracking a beer. Oh, there we go. By the way, thank you to Neil Donardi. Ghost Town Brewing in Oakland, heinous West Coast IPA. Heinous West Coast IPA. Really, really good stuff.
You enjoy that, buddy. Well,
funny story. I had Fort Point West Coast IPA, which is a good beer. But Neil goes, let me step up your game a little bit, buddy. I got a little something better for you. And I said, okay. And then he goes, dude, that's a good dad IPA, is what he called my 4 Point IPA. And I'm like, dude, you're spot on, man. It's a weeknight IPA, spot on. But I got Ghost Town from Oakland. So thank you, Neil. And Paulie, we have another super, and this is Pine Needle checking in as a super. Going to Sublime on Saturday night. Hope to see some of you there, and just secured my tickets for Rise Against and Devo in April at GSR PMP. By the way, Paulie and Pine Needle, correct me if I'm wrong, the Sublime that tours now, the lead singer is Bradley Nowell's son, who, the late Bradley Nowell, who was way talented, man, super talented, died way too young. His son is now taking over lead vocals. And dude, he looks like him, sounds like him, badass. So Pine Needle, report back on that show. I'd love to hear how it is, man.
Pine Needle, I got questions for you too. What is, or unless you know the answer, Tony, what's GSR? Devo at GSR. What's that?
Grand Sierra Resort, Paulie, in Reno.
Wow. Okay. That's a little too far out of my reach, but I would love to go see Devo, man. I've never seen him live, and I am a fan. Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. De-Evolution, dude. I'm just a spud boy. I could go all day on Devo. They were like this great freaking like art project, man. I shout out to Devo. Mark Mothersbaugh. Let me give you a little Devo trivia real quick, just for your head, just to see if I can get anybody interested. Two things. One, there is we talked to Tom Tolbert about this actually, because Tolbert's into Devo. When we went to Tolbert's backyard, he started talking about Devo. I think he had seen Devo recently, like when they came through Shoreline or something like that a few months ago.
He did. He went to Shoreline Devo. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And I was very jealous because I missed that gig. But Tom was familiar with this, what I'm about to tell you guys. Noemi likes Devo. There you go, Noemi. I know, of course, you got good taste. Go to Netflix. There is a great documentary about Devo that you guys should check out. And here's Tom Peralta. Tom has a Devo shirt. Now I'm getting jealous. Now I'm just freaking flat out. Now I got to start player hating because I don't have any Devo gear, and I should. But Tony, check it out. Mark Mothersbaugh, the kind of genius behind Devo. He's the primary songwriter, the visionary guy. Dude, the reason Devo was born, this is a kind of messed up story. He was a student at Kent State when those National Guard guys killed the students protesting on campus. That was a horrible moment in U.S. history. Mark Mothersbaugh was one of those guys. He was a hippie. He was standing right there. One of the guys who got killed was a friend of his. And so in the aftermath of that, he was like, you know what? This whole hippie thing, it's not working. Like, obviously, give peace a chance and all that. It didn't work. We're devolving as a society. We're devolving as men, hence Devo. Like, we're going the wrong way.
Right.
So that's what Devo's all about. It's like this whole thing. So anyway, I didn't know I was going to go on a Devo rant tonight, but I'm glad I did. I enjoyed that. Anyway, that's for all you guys.
That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. Seriously. And yes, dude, I need to dive deeper into Devo, to be honest with you.
I'll tell you this, Tony. Yeah. I think the Pearl Jam record Gigaton is heavily influenced by Devo. They have a couple of, yes, I can tell. And don't forget, Pearl Jam went on stage dressed as Devo at the Philly Spectrum at one of their Halloween shows. They had the bowls on their heads, the full uniform. Like, so the Pearl Jam guys are definitely down. And if you listen to Gigaton, there's a couple of like electronica kind of moments on there that are very reminiscent of Devo.
What is it? Clairvoyant?
Dance to the Clairvoyants, 100%.
Clairvoyants, yeah.
100%.
Paulie, stand by.
You're trying to say it's time for business time. Ooh.
I wanted to play the full version because look who's showing up as a super tonight. Sons of Johnny LeMaster, welcome back to the show, brother, and thank you. Thank you. And he says, happy holidays to everyone except Dodger fans.
Bro, so with you on that. And Suds, great to see you. Thanks for the generosity. Totally F Dodger fans. F the Dodgers, F their fans, F the neighbor, F Chavez Ravine, F all of it. And actually, it's good timing. That was good particles right there. We were talking Pearl Jam, and then bam, all of a sudden, Suns pops up. He probably heard it on his radar somehow. But Suns, we were just talking Dodgers yesterday and how freaking nauseated I am that they have just poached Edwin Diaz from the New York Mets. Like one of the few bright spots on the Mets. They're like, yeah, we'll take him too. So he's going to be well, he'll definitely be in the pen. I guess they're going to try him as a closer would be my guess. But the rich get richer, Sons. You know what I mean? Driving me freaking crazy over here. And meanwhile, the Giants are releasing statements like, yeah, I don't think we're going to spend anything. We got Devers last year, so we're all set. It's like,
nice to see Pete Alonso as a Baltimore Oriole when I wanted Pete. We wanted Pete Alonso.
I wanted him 2 years ago, Tony.
Yeah, same. We wanted him dropping bombs in the left field bleachers into the glove. You know what? El Gato Grande, Andres Galarraga is the only one to like even sniff hitting that glove. I wanted Alonso to sniff hitting that glove. And by the way, for those of you on social media, check out Sons of Johnny LeMaster. He's a great follow on Twitter. He's super fun. He posts all kinds of fun stuff of his travels and stuff at Sons of Johnny LE, at Sons of Johnny Le.
Hey, and while we have Sons on board, because he kind of comes and goes, I wanted to tell you this, Sons, real quick, because I don't think we've spoken since. I don't remember, but I don't think so. I know you were getting your rush tickets for the LA Forum, and now that everything is shaken down, just to let you know, Sons, I'll be at night 3 at the LA Forum. So if you're down there, let's definitely hook up, have a beer, and catch up a little bit. That's next year, but I'm already looking forward to that one. Rush at the LA Forum, and then of course I'll do the freaking San Jose shows too. Mm-hmm. There's no way I'm letting Rush roll through town and I'm not going, brother. I'm going. I'm definitely going. So anyway, thank you very much, Sons. Other baseball news, Tony, you mentioned Pete Alonso, which is also frustrating and just kind of bothers me to watch him just kind of find a new team. He signed 5-year, $155 with Baltimore.
Who would you rather have, Paulie, Pete Alonso or Devers? Ooh, some silence.
Boy, I'm thinking, well, you know what it is, though? Devers is young. Yeah. Devers is younger. I think I would go
Alonso. I think I would go Alonso just to jump in there. Just so you know, for the record, I think I would go Alonso.
Okay.
Mom Daddy's checking in saying they go Devers. Devers, like you said, a little bit younger, but dude, I want right-handed, like massive
power. I want power from any side, right hand, left hand. I don't care. Somebody hit the damn ball. Anybody. Yes. It's funny. I was talking to P1 Chuck yesterday, too. There's a lot of frustration with Giant fans out there. I know Vitello's coming, and hopefully there's a new complexion to this team, and hopefully they compete. For me, they have to become a playoff team again. That to me is the immediate marching orders for this Giant organization. Get back in the playoffs. But I wonder, this is the thing that bugs me in the back of my mind, is Charles Johnson. I don't think he cares that much about competing. I think he cares about making money and having that revenue come in and selling merchandise and make sure the cash cow is still delivering, which it is. But I don't think he burns to win. I don't. I think this is like a business maneuver for him. So
Paulie, I can tell you what, he's definitely not burning for you. I can tell you that right now because I'm burning for you. Are you burning for you? Because Paulie, he's not burning for you. And second of all, he's got a nice real estate development right there just south of McCovey Cove. What he doesn't have to worry about filling the seats at Oracle Park.
I don't give an S about the real estate development that has, by the way, just taken over my beautiful parking lot. Whatever happened to Lot A, for Christ's sakes? You know what I mean?
Dude,
Lot A, Lot B, they're all gone. They're all freaking gone. And it even bums me out now when I'm driving down 3rd Street and there's all these monstrosities. Now, back in the old days, dude, there was just like such a nice view of the stadium. You can't even see it anymore. But anyway, I do worry about Jefferson or Johnson rather. And then the other big baseball news of today, Tony, is Mikey Yaz, our old buddy Mikey Kremsky. He's got a new team, a new deal. He just signed a 2-year deal with the Atlanta Braves. And it was funny. I saw some Giant fans on Twitter kind of pining for Mikey Yaz, saying, we could have used that bat back in our lineup. It would have been a great reunion. But I think I'm okay with Yaz signing with the Braves. He was a Giant for a long time. You kind of know what you're getting with him. And he's not a game changer, but he was a great Giant. Really, really good guy. And he had some really nice moments, had some occasional pop. But I don't know. Any reactions to that, Tony? Mikey has to
me out, dude, because I'm not a Braves guy. I hate that. I'm not a Braves fan at all. It bums me out. I don't want to see him in Braves red and blue. But I will say for his personal career, that right field porch is a little bit shorter, and the fence, like I could see him launching some balls into right and right center field. I will say, the numbers spoke to, maybe it's time to move on from Yaz, but he was such a good dude. You didn't want to see him leave, and he was just a great clubhouse guy and a great media guy, and just, the numbers were low, but then all of a sudden he goes to Kansas City, and next thing you know, I'm seeing highlights of him hitting bomb after bomb in Kansas City. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's cool. I don't want to see him I'd rather see him stay in the royal blue of the Royals instead of the freaking Atlanta Braves, dude. No, thank you, man.
The Atlanta Braves. Anyway, so there's Mikey Yaz. Meanwhile, the Giants. Now, but we haven't even talked about this, but that fourth pick that they have now in that draft. Any thoughts, reactions on that, Tony, or ideas what they might do with the pick or what you'd like them to do with the pick? I don't really have a lot to say about the draft. I kind of let it happen, and then I comment on the moves that have been made. But how about you? Are you do you want them to go for anybody in particular? Because they're in a good spot. I mean, they're in a nice spot with that 4 pick.
Paulie, this is coming up in July, so I don't really know. I just know that if you look at past first round top 5 picks, right? You got Matt Williams was drafted 3rd in 86. You got Will Clark drafted 2nd in 85. Buster Posey drafted 5th in 08. Bumgarner drafted 10th in 07. Your guy, Joey Bart, drafted 2nd.
Let me stop you right there. This is something else P1 Chuck and I were talking about. Chuck Acquisto, by the way, he represents the PMP Familia down in South Carolina. I'm telling you, Tony, we're blanketing the South, dude. We're blanketing the South.
On that note, Paulie, maybe our hockey talk is starting to rub off, because I was looking through our YouTube analytics yesterday, and dude, we've got a presence in Canada. So I was like, let's go. We got Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Canada, our home and native land. I had such a great time singing that throughout the World Series. But listen, the Canucks are okay with me, man. I love Canada. Have you ever been up to Vancouver? Vancouver freaking rules. You ever been up there?
No, I've heard great things about Vancouver. I'd like to go up to Banff up there. I'd like to go to Vancouver. I'd like to go to Toronto.
Toronto's supposed to be awesome, dude. Toronto, I hear a lot of good things about Toronto. Yeah.
By the way, I'm already on the Blue Jays bandwagon for next year. I can't wait to see them back in action, because my heart is still broken for them.
Me too, dude. I mean, I got to tell you, though, that was pound for pound, game for game. That was such an entertaining World Series. I think a lot of people got swept up in that with that juggernaut Dodger team. And here come the feisty freaking Jays, Vlad Jr. and everything. Everybody loved Vlad Jr. I got to tell you this, though, dude, that World Series was almost like an 8-game series played in 6 games because of all the extra innings, all that drama. In fact, dude, the night we had the Warriors party was how many innings was that game? 18 innings, game 4, game 5, whatever it was.
Yeah, was it 18? God, that was a heartbreaker too, man.
Oh, I remember I left Longbridge, and when I got home, the game was still going. It was still
Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman went deep in that game, right?
Yeah. Freddie Freeman walked it off. Yeah,
I gotta say, give me more Ernie Clement. Give me more Ernie Clement. I loved that, watching that kid play ball. So we're talking ball here in December.
Well, there's news. I mean, and I do want to go back to something you just said, because you said last time the Giants had to pick this side was number 2, Joey Bart. What's funny about Bart is he's doing reasonably well in Pittsburgh. And meanwhile, we have a Gold Glove guy behind the plate in Bailey, who I do like a lot. I like Patrick Bailey. But, Tony, the guy's not hitting. He didn't hit last year.
On that note, right there.
I wonder, maybe did the Giants give up on Bart too quick? That's my question. I don't know.
No, I don't think so, because I love Bailey's defensive skills. And here's my thing with Bailey. It reminds me so much of when JT Snow was a switch hitter. It's like, dude, just pick a side. Whatever your natural side is, whether you grew up a left-handed hitter, I don't know. I should know that, but I don't know if he grew up a left-handed hitter.
I'm surprised to hear you say this, but go finish your point.
No, pick a side. Pick a side. You don't need to be a switch hitter, dude. Just pick a side and own that side. I feel like that works to his detriment being a switch hitter. Just pick a side and just work on that, dude. He's such a good defensive catcher that he's going to get most of the starts, except for rest days, like a day game after a night game kind of a thing in a 3-game series, right? But he's too valuable defensively to I think they made the right move with Bart because Bart's okay. Yeah, dude, Nikki DiFrancesco says Bart was lacking the vibes. Yeah, there is you hear too that Bailey's a really good clubhouse guy too. And I don't know, I like Bailey's I don't know, his whole handling of the pitching staff, right? It reminds me a lot about Posey, and I'm sure he and Posey have had some
no question
chats, right?
No question.
And hey, Buster, keep those chats keep those chats coming Patrick's way but just talk to Bailey. Hey, Buster, talk to Bailey. Have him pick a side. I would love pick the right hand. Well, left-handed. Actually, I think he's a better left-handed than right-handed. I have to look up the stats. But
now you wouldn't say that about all switch hitters, right? You're being specific to because you wouldn't tell somebody like Ricky Henderson not to switch hit. You know what I'm saying? He was doing damage no matter where he was. Are you being specific? Oh no, you don't like switch hitters. I'm
not a big fan.
I never knew this.
I'm not a big fan. I like to I don't know, just get deep into the hitting and I hate to be that guy, but Ricky Henderson was such a badass hitter from the left side, right? And I liked him anyways, I'm not a big fan because I think it takes the attention off of one side or the other. If you just focus on the one side, you can dominate and you can really lock in and focus. It's like double the work. You're making double the work for yourself. I don't know.
Wow, look at this. I just say no to the switch hitter. I never knew this about you. This is like a new revelation. I've known you a long time. I've never heard you talk like this. This is news to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless you're Eddie Murray, right? With a great afro and a great ability to hit grand slams from both sides of the plate.
And you got the ability to hit 500 home runs and wind up in the Hall of Fame. Then, and by the way, I'd take him today and twice on freaking Sunday. Give me an Eddie Murray right now, dude. And you're right. You're not kidding, dude. When his afro was at its peak, it was like the hat and it would come out the sides, dude. But I would say better than that afro. And who's with me on this one? How many of you guys remember? Oh, dude, we could maybe find a picture. Oscar Gamble. Okay. Oscar effing Gamble from the 70s, early 80s. His afro was magnificent. It was spectacular. I'll tell you right now, if I was a black dude, I'd have an afro out just to do it. You know what I mean? I love the afro. Bring it back. Bring it back, I say. Also, shout out to honorable mention goes to Hayward on The White Shadow. He had a great afro, too. So bring them all back. Bingo. Boom. Bingo, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Creeping at the sides. Look at him, dude. Oscar Gamble. It is amazing.
You know who had a present day? It was Coco Crisp. Remember Coco Crisp?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He had a good one, dude. And yes, Paulie, I'm with you. Would grow an afro, too, man. It's just, it looks so fun. Doesn't look like so fun.
Miss PMP herself, Patty from Napa, chiming in on the afro tip. She's got a great point on this. She goes, Don Henley from her favorite band, the Eagles. He had a monster afro back in the 70s. Great call. White guys with afros, even more gangster. You got to have curls, I think, to begin with, to have a white guy afro. But he pulled that off pretty well, man. The white guy afro, the rarest of birds, but a great look on Don Henley. No question.
Well, I'll probably stand by because if I could maybe my vote for best white guy afro.
Go ahead.
Is the late great Bob Ross. Let me get that ad out of the way.
Find something. Yeah.
Come on. There we go. Can you see that? Look at that. Come on.
Oh, beautiful.
Come on. Bob Ross. I got to be honest. I don't know if you ever got sucked into his programming, dude. I got sucked in big time into his programming. And by the way, do you know that he talked like this? And let's just make a little tree up here. And then over here, I think that's a good place for a happy cloud. And down here,
we're just going to sprinkle some clouds. Yeah. Just some clouds. He was all like, very good for your hangover, by the way. We used to watch him hungover in college. We'd be putting on the Bob Ross show. And here's a little stream, just some gentle water going through the valley. It's like you're sound asleep. Yeah, it was like a sleeping pill. Yeah.
Do you know why he whispered? Is because he was a drill sergeant, dude. Before he was a drill sergeant, and he spent his entire day yelling at people all day. So he swore. I read a lot about him when he passed because I loved his.
He was the drill sergeant.
He was, and he yelled at people.
Get on your face, maggots, and give me 20. Yeah. Oh, I can't see it. I can't.
Your malfunction, numb nuts. So he swore that he would never, ever, ever like raise his voice again, and so that's why he kind of like had that delivery on his show.
Hey, before we lose the thread, Tony, shout out Bob Ross for life. I think they made a movie about him, by the way. I think there's a film about Bob Ross. Look for it on Netflix. Okay, well, last white guy Afro shout out of the night. Then we can get back into our regular stuff. Now, actually, you know what, Tony? I don't think this is a pure white guy. In fact, I think he's Hispanic, and he's a great guitar player. I love this guy, Neil Sean from Journey. Before he became the middle-aged man that he is now, dude, check out Neil Sean in the late 70s. You want a great Afro?
Come on, really?
That's Neil Sean from Journey.
Hold on. Oh, dude, yes, come on. That's phenomenal.
I know, Neil Sean. And this guy right here, by the way, he can go toe-to-toe with any guitar player on the planet. He's incredible. But anyway, dude, I mean, that's the kind of Afro. If I could do it, I would, man. I would.
Totally. Yeah. Pro Afro all day. We have a couple more supers.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
We've got Pine Needle checking in before he goes to Sublime on Saturday. Giants picked up Daniel Susak. My youngest kid played with Daniel in All-Stars, and Daniel was my quarterback on my youth football team. Great family. Daniel is a great catcher now. Dude, that's great, man. Right on, Pine Needle. Great history with Susak. And yeah, dude, I got no problem with Susak. No problem with Susak at all. And if he can spell Bailey, that's great. I got to say, the last couple of years, the backup catchers behind Bailey have just been subpar. So, Paulie, on that tip, they could have kept Joey Bart in a platoon with Bailey, right? That might have been something to think of. But Bart wants to play every day. Bailey wants to play every day. So, who knows? You got to please the egos too. But Pine Needle, thank you so much for the super. Escobar Cheeks the third checking in. He says Bailey has a better average as a right-hander, but more power as a lefty.
Interesting dilemma, Tony. Mr. I hate switch hitters. How do you handle that?
I'm going right-handed all day. Get on base. Get on base. Get him over. Get him in. I don't need, come on. I just get on base. Get him over. Get him in. Can we just
situational baseball, Tony? Situational effing baseball. Run like you said. Get him on. Move him over. Get him home. Just like that. That's how you play the game. That's baseball. Yeah.
With Ron Washington, after he maybe extinguishes his butt and puts it out.
He doesn't have to do that on my behalf. If he wants to fire one up in the third base coaching box, let him go. He can keep a pack rolled up under his jersey if he wants to. How great would that be to just see him smoking and waving guys in? You know what I mean? Smoking, waving guys. Yeah.
That would be a great SNL skit, by the way. Great SNL skit. Smoking base coaches, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wonder if Wash does Zins, by the way, because those nicotine pouches. I keep hearing about those things, man. Jesus, what are we doing?
I'm afraid of those things. Just
me
pure
too.
You probably make it throw up. I don't think I want that.
I tried one and I was spinning. I was totally spinning when I tried one. But back to Wash. I'm hoping that Ron Washington, being a new school, old school guy, says, you know what, boys? We're going to bunt today. We're going to bunt today and we're going to bunt every day. Because I know he's all about the reps and reps and reps and reps and reps. Maybe the same thing every day over and over and create that muscle memory. That old theory, you do something 10,000 times before you can get it right.
Yeah. 10,000 hours.
Bring back the bunt. Escobar, Bailey is a right-handed hitter. Get on base, get him over, get him in. Paulie, a few more supers, dude. Stevie B. By the way, Stevie B, you'll be featured in our Longbridge pizza spot later tonight. Thank you for the email. Dude, Phil, flat out. Pristine fro and supremely underrated.
Yes, on all fronts, Stevie B. Yes, on all fronts. I got into Thin Lizzy a little bit later on in life, like in my 30s. I started listening to them. You're not kidding. What a great catalog and what a great player. The late Phil Lynott, man, great bass player. And Tony, the rare combination of a bass player and a lead singer at the same time.
Yes.
There aren't many of them. There's Geddy Lee, there's Sting, there's Phil Lynott, and that's maybe Ben Orr from the Cars. He sang a lot of their big hits. Yeah. He sang I Don't Mind You Coming Here. I don't mind you coming here. That's Ben Orr. That's not Rico Kasich.
Did he sing Drive?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's cool about Rico Kasich, dude. The guy was a master songwriter, but he was smart enough to go, you know what, Ben, you sing this because you're going to sound better than me on this one. And he was right. He let Ben Orr sing a lot of their big hits. Shout out to the Cars, man, straight out of Boston. Yeah.
Great song, Drive, by the way. I love that tune, man. Seriously. And Heartbeat City, my first cassette, I think I talked about it the other day, my first cassette ever owned, the Cars, Heartbeat City, and the Who Face Dances. Bought them together at Tower Records in Hillsdale Mall.
It's a nice little prize pack. And Tony, all I can say about Heartbeat City is, it's magic. Okay,
dude,
buddy? It's Magic Rick Ocasek
walking in the pool,
walking across the pool, right on the water, walking around. Yeah.
Dude,
And then going on to Pauline Poroskova, by the way, not a bad life, you know.
And probably the greatest Adam's apple in the history of Adam's apples. I mean, I don't know. Is there a greater Adam's apple than Rick's?
Probably not. It's a hell of a call. And the other great Adam's apple that needs to be recognized is Aerosmith. Adam's apple. You can find that on Toys in the Attic. Yeah. Hey, speaking of music, you know what? Since we're talking music, I have what?
We got a couple more supers. So go with your riff, and then I'll go back to the two more supers. So go for
it. Okay. Hang tight, everybody. Here we come. Here come Cars Nation, dude. Moving in stereo. Fast Times. 100% badges. 100. Phoebe Cates getting out of the pool wouldn't be the same without the cars. There's no doubt. So speaking of music, our great brother in sonic goodness is DJ Rob B. Rob Block. He was one of the Murph and Mac producers. A lot of you guys know DJ Rob B. We had him as a guest on this show a few months back. And he has just dropped a new single that I want to make sure you guys know about in the P&P community, because it's always good to support. He's really, really talented as a producer, as a DJ. He's not messing around. So please do check out his new track. I'll read you the little press release here. He says, I'm excited to introduce to you my latest musical offering. It's a collaboration with the rapper Azim, and it's getting a lot of traction so far. This is great news. So they're dropping an EP. It's called Said the Poet to the King. That's the name of the release. Said the Poet to the King. That'll be out in January. But the new single is called Light 'Em Up, which is going to ring true to me any day of the week. Light 'Em Up. That's the name of the track, and it hits the streaming outlets this Friday. But I believe we have a sneak peek. I don't know if you have access to it, Tony, if you want to give us a taste.
I do. Okay. And I also want to show Particles, Paulie. I'm wearing a sweatshirt that says Light It Up right here. This is the Bob Wentz Christmas Tree Farm sweatshirt, Light It Up. And Rob B with DJ Rob B and Azim with Light 'Em Up. So here, I'm going to share the screen, and we're going to just dive in for a second here, if you don't mind.
Nice.
Let me make sure that it all.
Trippy. I like this. Yeah.
Here we go. Stand by. Here we go. I like the graphics, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Records circle the square like Mecca, floor checkered. World trumpets in the horn section. Of course, the crescents come across clever, brushing the dust off cloth from your shepherd. This is the gospel of the new treasure. 12,000 apostles and loose letters. Truth tellers, the new bestsellers, and you jealous as two Bruce Jenners. I'm felons, feet cherubs, black Arabs, scarabs, seraphims known to make the speakers bleed. Be aware of them, they'll hijack your frequencies. Sleep paralysis, frozen in time, never was time to handle them. Abandoned careers getting wrapped up, bandages, 45 degrees of the North Star, Polarises leading the law. Yeah. On laws of averages, wars with the establishment. Lord, fuck is happening? They never know what we know. All they know is the unknown. And something they don't want us to know. Sign of the times, we're online being lied to. They don't give a damn about love anymore. Every soldier alive on a ride for his people to rise. Or the 5-0 cry criminal. The fire inside's to remind you your thoughts of the cause are involved in the spiritual war. Let's go. Light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up. Light 'em up, light 'em up. Let's go, light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up.
Light 'em up, light 'em up. Yeah, dude, light 'em up, Tony.
That's dude.
Light 'em up. Yeah, DJ Rob B. Round of applause, man. Well done. As always, another great track from DJ Rob B right there. Light 'em up. Hey, give DJ Rob B some love on Spotify, Apple Music. Spin that thing on Friday. Give him a few listens. I'm sure it'll help him out, man. Patty loved it. There you go.
That had me. I was getting sucked into that. That was deep and like very hypnotic and meditative, dude. Wow. Paulie, I could listen to the whole track. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna email DJ Robbie and see if I can just have on the soundboard a quick light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, and see if he wouldn't mind if we just had that as a sound clip. So really good stuff, DJ Robbie. Congrats, man. And by the way, for those that DJ Robbie is the one that created the theme of our show. So
Particles. Yeah. Particles. Yeah. It's a great track.
Like, Tony, let me tell you something, Tony. They're like, I got a choice.
Can I tell you something, Tony? Can I tell you something? Yeah, don't pretend like I got a choice.
Yeah. Here we go. We got Miriam checking in as a super. Thank you, Miriam. She says reciprocity, which
That's right, dear. That's right, Miriam. Hell yeah.
All about it. All about it. Doesn't happen without the PMP Familia, Paulie. And then thank you, Miriam, for the super. And then Escobar Cheeks the third checking in the second time. He says, without Bailey's power, there's no walk-offs. Dude, if we're relying on Bailey for walk-offs,
we got trouble. Parker, he had that walk-off. Right. That was a great moment. That was probably the most exciting moment of the whole season last year, was Bailey's inside the park walk-off bomb. That was insane.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You never see that stuff, which, yes, I agree. Like, I love, but dude, that's because of Bailey's tenacity, right? Like, I don't know. Some people may not have been chugging around the bases as fast as Bailey was trying to get that inside the Parker. You know what I mean? Like, it's in him to just kind of always be in 100% mode. Do you know what I'm saying, Paulie? Like,
I do. Yeah.
So I'm a Bailey fan, and I want him to come back. It's funny, like, this is getting deep into the weeds, dude. But catchers nowadays, there's a new thing which kids are starting to do, which really pisses me off because they shouldn't be doing it.
What?
Catchers get in the crouch and they have the glove up here, right? You got the glove up here, and then as the pitcher starts his motions, they drop the glove down to the plate.
Yeah.
And they bring it back up. And
why are they doing that? Why are they doing that?
Supposedly it's a new skill to try and mess with the umpires, right? So they can steal calls for the from the umps, which I get that. But as a former pitcher, I need the glove in the zone.
Yeah, give me two. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. And listen, there's only so many ways to reinvent the wheel. Like, was Johnny Bench doing that? No. And he's probably the best catcher I've ever seen, Johnny Bench. So if Bench ain't doing it, I don't know what good it's going to be, to be honest with you.
Totally. And Paulie, I just saw Dom Peralta on the chat. He says, glove drop. Yeah, the glove drop. But I got kids. I got 11 and 12-year-old kids behind the plate doing that. And I'm like, guys, enough. Give your pitcher a freaking target the entire time, and let's move on, okay? And Pine Needle, great comment from Pine Needle. He says, Patrick Bailey is not the problem. He's our catcher. He's not the problem. And you're right about that, Pine Needle. We have a lot bigger fish to fry. I don't know. If they're not doing anything this offseason, it's going to be a bummer. That's just going to be a major bummer. That's all I'm
Hey, another word. I agree with you, man. Although I got to be honest, I'm not expecting much. I'm not. I mean, you see these names, they're flying around the Giants. I mean, listen, you hear the Giants are one of 5 teams interested in this guy. The Giants are one of 5 or 6 teams interested in that guy. Every time the Giants are one of 5, they never get there, man. They don't. They haven't in a long time. So I'm just being honest. My expectations are very low as far as I'm bringing in as far as any big move goes. I don't expect it. What I do expect are smaller, kind of under the radar moves. That's kind of their style. But I wish they would do something seismic. I wish they would have talked to Pete Alonso. I don't even think they had a conversation with him, as far as I know, or his agent.
Wow, Paul.
Give me something freaking I would consider an Alonso signing. That's seismic. That's a guy who can affect any given game with any given swing, and the Giants really don't have that right now.
So the Giants' argument is that they did that last year with Adames and Devers, and that we have them coming back for a full
Well, they did that. Well, guess what? They did that. Listen, because I'm going to push back on that. Yeah, they had Adames. Yeah, they had Devers. Guess what? They didn't make the playoffs. How's that sound? So, I mean, how good was it?
Well, it didn't help that Adames was batting 220 until the second half of the season, right?
I don't even think he was that high, T. I think it would have been nice if he was batting 220. Yeah.
It also didn't help that when Devers came to the Giants, he spent a month cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
Flipping ice, dude. You're not kidding. That first month, it was what are we doing here? Devers, come on, brother. We need something from you. He finally came along, and I'm sure that'll continue. But again, that's my point. People saying, well, we like what we have. That's the worst thing you can say to this fan base. Well, we really like the group we have. Yeah, I like the group too, but give me a group that's going to make it into the postseason. That's what I want at this point.
Another power hitter would be wonderful in this lineup, honestly. With Jung-Hoo Lee, Chapman, Devers, Adames. I don't know how Elliot Ramos is going to be. It's going to be interesting to see how he comes back. Casey Schmidt, I I just don't see
I like
him.
Casey Schmidt. I think most
I like him
Giants
too.
I think most Giants fans like him.
But an everyday second baseman though?
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so. I mean, we've seen a lot of good long looks at him, and there are nights when he plays great, and then there are other nights when he's not so great. So I don't think he's an everyday guy. I think he's a role player. I think he's a bench guy, and that's no disrespect. That's just how I see him.
And then Bryce Eldridge, like, is this going to be the year that he starts with the team on opening day? Like, is he going to be on the opening day roster? I would hope so.
What would you take a step back? And we were just talking about like seismic moves, something big that would kind of shake up the whole kind of malaise, if there is one. And that would be, are you up for using Eldridge as a chip in some kind of trade package to get something significant? Because there are fans that say like you got to capitalize on that now, like move him now while you can get something in return. I don't know. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
My gut, which I just try to go with most times, is I would.
How is your gut? You doing any sit-ups over there? You doing any ab work, Tony, on the gut? You mentioned
I don't do a lot of sit-ups anymore. I do a lot of stretching.
They're good for your back. You do keep a strong core. That's good for your back. I'm just throwing it out there.
I get that in my stretching. I feel like the stretching I do, because different kinds of like yoga poses and stretching. Thank God. The days that I don't stretch, oh boy.
You got to stretch. If you don't stretch, it catches right up with you, and then your body starts like saying, "What's your problem?" Now, I'm all stiff now.
Saying, "Hey, bud, what's your problem?"
Yeah, what's your problem?
Paulie, you're ripping my card.
Yeah. Hey, you're ripping my card, and then Mr. Hand goes, "Yes. I think you know where the front office."
Hey, bud, what's your problem? No problem at all.
And he goes right into his grill. He goes right into Spicoli's grill. I think you know where the front office is. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah.
You dick. Dude,
hey, you're ripping my card. Yes.
That's my favorite part. The look on his face when he says that is great, man.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say I saw Patty a couple of minutes ago. She put a comment I wanted to mention because we played the DJ Rob B, the new track called Light 'Em Up. And she was going, it's almost time to have DJ Rob B on the show again. We will. We definitely will have DJ. Mm-hmm. And just so you guys know, he is a very low-key dude. Yeah. He's extremely low-key. So it's kind of hard to get him out of seclusion sometimes, but I'll try to get him back on the show for sure. I love Rob. I love that dude. But speaking of KNBR, like the Family Tree and the Murph and Mac show, we do have one of our favorites of all time, family member Old Peaches, Pat Connor, will join us tomorrow on the program. We'll talk college football brackets. I have a feeling he's going to be spitting venom tomorrow, dude, because I don't think Pecan likes this new format where teams like James Madison are in there. Does that bother you that it's not like a blue chip school? You see like James Madison.
That's a conference thing, right? They got to have these conferences represented in the playoff. And they went 12-1. That's fine. And that's why the argument that Rod was making yesterday is so valid. Hey, Notre Dame, you have to join a conference. You can't just continue to be this independent and just expect to just have the yellow brick road to the college playoff. So Rod really broke it down yesterday, right, about things that I hadn't really thought about, the strength of schedule and the fact that they're an independent. I mean, join a conference and this is a different conversation, right? So James Madison, they play against Oregon, I think, opening the first round, right?
Yeah.
I think the Ducks handle their business there. I'm actually rooting for the Ducks. How about a Ducks Indiana final? Is that even possible? I haven't even looked at the bracket.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it too. But I always have a soft spot for James Madison because James Madison produced Charles Haley. Okay. Yeah. So if Charles Haley's coming out of James Madison's okay with me.
Do you think that James Madison's players are pissing on their coach's car?
Wow. Wow. Just like that, huh? Just like that. By the way, there's a lot of Charles Haley stories. And that guy, bro, I'll tell you one thing, man. Anytime I'm around that guy, my knees start shaking. Not even out of nervousness, out of like nervous. It's just kind of like, oh my God, Charles Haley. Charles Haley's hands are bigger than he could take your hand, head in his hand like a little grapefruit. Like he's massive, Charles Haley, dude. He's massive. What a scary guy in the football field, too. Did a lot of great work for you, Rags, but he also did a lot of great work for us out here in San Francisco. And he is very active with the Dwight Clark Foundation, too. All the Golden Heart Foundation. We have all these great events. Tony, you're part of that now, too. And Charles Haley, that's where I've kind of brushed elbows with him in the past. He was like, who are you, man? Who are you? I'm like, nobody. I'm nobody. Don't even worry about me. You know what I mean? I'm nobody. I'm just here to bring you snacks. Don't even worry about it. But when he looks at me, who are you?
He's a big dude, man.
Oh, and dude,
We've got a couple of great supers we're going to get to in a second here, Paulie. But I don't know. Rags probably remembers this. There was a Sports Illustrated issue back in the 80s with Ed Too Tall Jones's hand put life size in the magazine, and it took up 2 pages. I don't know if you guys remember that, Rags. If you remember that, I'll never forget looking at that as a kid and putting my hand on there and being like, "This is unbelievable." And actually, another cowboy that I actually really liked, Ed Too Tall Jones. Man, what a
that's another guy I was fortunate enough to have met once at a Super Bowl. We had him on as a guest. Murph and I had Too Tall Jones on. I mean, that's probably the best part of doing these Super Bowls. And just to give you guys kind of an early look at this, we are in talks with the Bay Area Sports Collective about having a table at Radio Row when the Super Bowl comes in February. So we might, I don't know for sure yet, but we might be on hand. And if we are, we'll be talking to guys like Too Tall Jones, because that's when all these great Hall of Fame talent guys, they all come out of the woodwork and they're all available for interviews. So I did get to meet Too Tall, and I got to tell you, he was a real sweetheart. I really enjoyed meeting him. He was a nice guy.
And also, Paulie, we also talked to Kron Chris at KRON and the Kron 4 Plus app, which we are very proud to be a part of the Kron 4 family. They're going to have a table there too. And Chris was saying, we could also work that angle too about having us be on the Kron 4 table as well. So we have a couple of angles we're working because it's funny.
It's a madhouse too, Tony. You've seen these things. It's a flipping madhouse. Remember
the funny thing is, Paulie, that these PR directors don't know what to do about this new era of YouTube programming, where it used to be, oh, you're with KNBR, okay, your media credential. Oh, you're with 95.7, or oh, you're whatever. You're with the whatever team or whatever platform, sure. But now there's all these shows on YouTube now. Larry Krueger, Damon Bruce, all of us doing our shows. Tom Tolbert. They don't know what to do because it's like Rod Brooks. It's the Wild West now a little bit. So it's interesting to see how they handle it in the near future, because this is the future. This is the wave. And that's why we're so stoked to be a part of this whole scene on YouTube, Paulie.
Couple things. First of all, you said Wild Wild West. Shout out Cool Mo D. Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Yeah, totally. Cool Mo D. And then second thing is, what was I going to say about?
I used to live downtown, 420 9th Street. Sorry.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
That's all I got.
I ain't with that. You can forget that. Yeah, dude, I ain't with that. You can forget that. But, yeah.
But these supers that we got to get to, Paulie, because this is really funny stuff. Are you ready, or did you have something? I think you had something on the top of your head.
What's that, Tone?
You had something on the top of your mind or top of your head.
But again, too much brain damage, too many Grateful Dead shows, too many bus rides. The bus came by and I got on, and the thought that was in my head is already gone. It's gone.
Dude,
so let's bring in the super.
Shout out Brain Damage Eclipse. The lunatic is on the grass.
100%. That's me.
The lunatic
is on the grass. At the grass.
Remembering games and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loonies on the
How about this one? There's someone in my head, and it's not me. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. There we go. Yeah. I've been there.
Dude.
I've been there.
Got to keep the lunatics are in the hall.
All those laughs and stuff. Yeah. You ever do that with headphones on, kids? Try it out sometime. Yeah, you won't come back the same, man. Little dark side. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I feel you, buddy. I know.
Here, just because these are great supers, I'm gonna do it one more time. Just a quickie.
Oh yeah, it's business time.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna do. Okay, this is really funny. I'm gonna do Escobar's first, because then we have a string that we have to get to that are all certain theme.
Okay,
Escobar Cheeks the third, saying bullpen and starting pitching are the need.
Yeah.
Lee, Ramos, Adamos, Devers, Chapman, Eldridge, Matos, Bailey, Haas. Or Koss. That should be the.
I wish his name was Haas, dude. That would be if there was a giant named Haas, I'd buy his jersey today just to walk around with like a 17 Haas or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah,
totally. Sure. God, there's Eldridge. That dude. That last 4 slots.
It's some muscle right there. Adamas, Devers, Chapman, Eldridge. I like that. Matos.
But then Eldridge, Matos, Bailey, Koss. That's. I don't know. That's
I don't know. Yeah.
Doesn't really pop for me, but I don't know. Maybe Eldridge is going to come up and just bang a rang, like remember Hook, dude. Shout out Robin Williams and Hook and Bangarang. Escobar, thanks for the super, brother. Thank you for all the supers. Paulie, here we go. You ready? Noemi as a super, and then they started flying. Noemi, thank you for the super. She says the broads of PMP want to pivot. 49ers football, 3 exclams. Okay. So that is a great super, but look what happened.
We're happy to talk Niners. Dude, we haven't even done a spot yet tonight, bro. We're 50 minutes. We got to get with this, dude. We're just all over the place. Thank you.
Let's go to Longbridge after the supers. But Paulie, then Patty from Napa piggybacks Noemi, and thank you for the super, Noemi. Thank you for the super, Patty. I second Noemi. 49ers, big question mark from Patty. Okay. Then Corinne Sartorio. By the way, Corinne, thank you so much for your email today. Paulie, I forwarded it to you. It's a great email. Thank you, Corinne. She's just had a wonderful time Friday night.
Corinne rules. Corinne is one of the greatest vibe people of all time. She got the whole Fairfax vibe going, man. Always glad to see Corinne.
Talking to my dad about traveling with Manhattans on Friday nights, the best. She was the one who brought the robe that Ray Goodman won, right, on in our raffle, and a couple of books too. So Corinne, thank you. And she says, I third that request. Football, Niner game Sunday. Is this hilarious, dude?
It's funny. They're revolted. You know, it's funny. And I got to ask Dom Peralta a quick question, because the broads of PMP have lined up and they're spoken, and they're going to change the trajectory of the show. We're happy to talk Niners, believe me. But Dom has, I don't know if this is for public consumption, so this is a question, but I do happen to know behind the scenes, Dom Peralta has finished his new logo for the ladies of PMP, and it's freaking awesome. Oh, he's saying please show it. Okay. Do you have a copy you can put on the screen? Because I have it on my phone. I can hold it up, worst case.
Hold on. We got to finish the supers first. Hold on. Okay. So Miriam is another super. And check it out. Miriam, thank you for another super tonight. And she says it's a broads of PMP takeover. So yes, Miriam, 4 supers in a row saying 49ers football. Let's talk football. Twist our arms. Let's talk 49ers football. Eddy Dinero Pinheiro is back. No offense to Matt Gay, but Eddy Dinero Pinheiro is back, and love having the big number 18 back in the leg of Eddy Pinheiro. Also, Paulie, like we were talking about this, Paulie and I were preparing for our Cron segment 30 on Thursday for tomorrow. And the Niners are 12-point favorites, and we both feel very good about that 12-point spread. I think the Niners come out and make a statement on Sunday, and I think Bobby Saleh, with a bye week of time to prepare for the Tennessee Titans. The only worry is Tony Pollard, because the Niners' run defense is a little suspect, but I think that Saleh is going to have some stuff ready to rock. And I think that Brock Purdy, George Kittle, CMC, Paulie's guy, Juwan Jennings, and my guy, Ricky Pearsall, they're going to be ready to rock on Sunday. So I think the 12-point spread is going to be good. And I can't tell if Paulie is... Oh, okay,
I'm sorry. I did, dude. Yeah. You know what's going on over here? I'm sorry. I just got sucked into this insane scene. So I tell you one thing. Tony Soprano said this on The Sopranos once, and I say this all the time. I quote him all the time. So there was like one scene where Tony was at the pork store, and he was like getting phone calls, and like he had 2 cell phones ringing, and he just looked at his cell phone, and Tony Soprano goes, you know, we were better years ago without these things. And I totally agree, bro. I wish we could just burn these things alive. Unbeknownst to me, I'm sitting here minding my own business doing a night flight. Dude, I look down at my phone. It's going through like an upgrade. It's doing one of these like iOS upgrade things. So I couldn't get in there. And I think it's updating is finally finished. So anyway, I just wanted to show off Dom's new logo because it is so freaking cool. And let's get this on shirts and posters. So for the broads of PMP, you guys have affected the show tonight in a meaningful way. And Dom has created this for all of y'all. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah, that's so good. So good. Oh, look at that. There's a guitar in there, right? Yeah, yeah, so good. A little closer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, fantastic.
Got the guitar sitting on a football, by the way. Sitting on a football.
So
up. Yeah. So there you go, Dom. Great work. And look at this. Patty goes, that looks like Noemi. Yeah, totally.
It does look like Lady Catalina. It looks like Lady Catalina on sitting on a football. Paulie, Humdinger 87, also known as Leah Phillips.
Oh yeah,
checking in as a super. What's up, Leah? She says, whatever I missed from the broads of PMP, I'm in now and supporting now. Give the ladies what they want. Love and hugs. Yes.
Shout out Ray Davies. Shout out Ray. This one's for you, Rags. Shout out to the Kinks. Give the people what they want. Okay. The Kinks. Give the people what they want. You know what the people want, Tony? The people want, well, you're going to get your Niner talk in a sec, but the people first, they want Longbridge pizza. You know it, and I know it. Okay. In fact, you know what? We got big announcements to make. Everything's just starting to crash land into my head at the same time. Tony is live at Longbridge right now. You know who else is going to be live at Longbridge tomorrow? Right here, dude. Mm-hmm. I see the pizza right there. I'm going into Long. We're going to try something tomorrow. We're just going to try something different. I'm going to go into Longbridge with Tony, and we're going to sit side by effing side, and we're going to try to deliver a high noon broadcast. Hopefully it goes well. You're confident it'll go well, right, Tony?
Totally. Neil and I already did a setup. We did a test. We were in here earlier checking it out, and yes.
You got room for me in there? Is there a chair, or is there any kind of accommodation for me? You know, I have a lot of demands with I need purified water. I need assorted nuts. I need hot towels. You know, all of my demands. I'm a team. Come on.
My only request is if you bring the Niner helmet behind you. That's all. Because I brought Steal Your Squatch. Steal Your Squatch is right there. My thumb is pointing it right there. Can you bring a Niner helmet or something from your setup to throw in the backdrop? So it just has a little piece of you along with you here in the remote studio here at Longbridge Pizza.
I'll tell you what, I might bring this. I might come in with my Draymond Green bobblehead.
Nice.
One of my favorites. Love that one. Yeah. Longbridge Pizza. I'll be down there tomorrow doing the show with Tony. We're going to have a good time. But we're there as often as we can be, as many of you are too. In fact, Tony, tell me about the Stevie B thing. Stevie B had some Longbridge experience. You tell me all about it.
Yeah, Stevie B sent an email today, and he says, wife and I went last night after work to Longbridge, and so this is on Wednesday. Tuesday night they went in, and he said they got the Sophia pizza for the first time, and he says, add it to your list. He says the vodka sauce is the X factor. The Mama's Little Peppers counterbalance the cheese and sauce with a killer light heat and vinegary kick. Ooh. Dynamite. And then he says, and much love for a true LBP underdog, the Caesar salad. And dude, Stevie B, you just nailed like my favorite order at Longbridge, the Sophia pie. I had it last week, and I had a Caesar salad. And he says, stupendous in simplicity, the crunch of super fresh lettuce and sourdough croutons, but the authentic house-made Caesar dressing with that hint of anchovy is what makes it. The best people and service, as always. Paid respects to Rags, Glamour Shot, as is the tradition. He says, catch you on the Night Flight, boys. And I'll show a picture here. I'll share a picture of Stevie B's email. I took a picture of the Sophia pie, just so you can see. By the way, the Sophia pie is named after Neil's daughter, Sophia.
Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks freaking good.
Yep.
What's on that bad boy again? What's I see onion. What else is on there?
So it's red onion. It's the vodka sauce instead of the regular marinara, and then it's the Mama's Little Peppers. Mama's Little Peppers, like he said in Stevie B's words, not mine. He says the Mama's Little Peppers counterbalance the cheese and sauce with a killer light heat and vinegary kick. It's perfectly said, Stevie B, and there it is right there. Great veggie pie. If you're looking for a good veggie pie, it's right there.
Stevie B's got a funny guy, man. I like Stevie B a lot. I didn't get enough Stevie B time at the party on Friday, but we'll make up for it. We'll get more down the road. But he's got a way with words. We're talking about giving Stevie Ray. We're talking about Stevie Ray Vaughan's going to join us. I'm kidding. We're Stevie B. We're talking about bringing him on next year as some kind of writer. Maybe he can do some Giant stories, some Niner stories, and.
Sure.
I can see the talent. I can see it, Stevie B, and I want you to contribute to the show. We can talk about that down the road. But anyway, Longbridge Pizza, get on down there, 3rd Street in the Dog Patch, 2347 3rd Street. Neil Dinardi had a little powwow with him before the show tonight. Dude, his hair was all over the place. He looked awesome. Wearing the white coat. Oh, look at this now.
Yeah, that's the chicken parm.
Yeah, look at that.
That's the drunk chicken. That's the drunk chicken. That's the chicken parm with the vodka sauce, right?
Right. Look at a triple cutlet, dude, stacking them up like flapjacks.
Dude, triple chicken cutlet, house-made vodka sauce, hot and sweet Mama's Little Peppers, fresh mozzarella, honey, basil, and Parmesan. It's
for the love of God.
Drunk cluck. Look at that. Man.
It's these visual aids. They do so much. They make me extremely hungry and extremely itchy for some pizza. I'll be in there tomorrow, devouring everything in sight. I can't wait to see you, Neil. So get on down there to Longbridge. By the way, shout out to Effin 901. Effin 901 said, I was just at Longbridge And while I was waiting for the pizza to get cooked, the beer was flowing. You're not kidding. Effing 901. And that's the other great thing about Longbridge is Tony is he's way more of a beer guy than I am. But Tony, speak to the beers real quick and then we can move on. But the beer selection, he's not playing games with his beers. Neil is a serious beer head like Tony and Tolbert and stuff. So what's your, what are you working on tonight? I know that's one of their,
I'm working on a Ghost Town West Coast IPA, the heinous West Coast IPA from Ghost Town in Oakland. And obviously, we did our Holiday Frolic from the new Standard Deviant Tap Room. They have good beers. Excuse me. He also is a big believer, Neil and Andrew are in the supporting the local breweries. So they have Cellar Maker on tap. They have Bear Bottle on tap. They have Original Pattern from Oakland on tap. They have, there is one other, Russian River, Pliny the Elder. On tap. So, and Blind Pig. So they're all about the local breweries and the local businesses. And seriously, come on in. Even if you order at longbridgepizza.com and order for pickup, come in and have a beer and wait for your pizza to be made. Paulie, on that note, there's one other thing I got to share because I met with Steven today. I had a great rap with Steven because Steven.
I love Steven. The more often I get Steven, the more I fall in love with that guy. His vibe is amazing. He's got the Matt Kolsky look going. I'm just a fan. I'm a Steven fan.
A huge fan too. And by the way, he was wearing it was a Black Sabbath shirt today, though, was a Black Flag logo. If you can follow me. So
in that font, like this one
here, in the 4
like,
bars, like Black Flag, right?
Yeah.
So it was a badass shirt because at first I'm like, oh, it's Black Flag. Oh no, it's Black Sabbath. Great shirt. So, anyways, Steven and I had a great social media session. He was teaching me things left and right about all kinds of different social media tricks. But he made this video for Longbridge, and we got to get it going because he found a way to create music and we can play this music because it's not copyrighted. Create music for one of their posts. So here we go. This is the Smack Stack, which was yesterday's special. So here we go. Here we go. I'll start over again. I'll start over.
Longbridge got those laid back vibes and serious pizza. Tuesday, Smack Stack burgers. They're smashing the day, smashing the day. Come and get it.
Is that great? There you go. So that's the Smack Stack on Tuesdays, the Chicken Parm, the Drunk Cluck. Oh, and by the way, Paulie, here's my other half of the Vinny's Gabagool.
Are you diving into the deli meats, brother?
I told Neil Dinero, I said, I got to be honest, man. I have a craving for the Gabagool.
Well, then you got to answer the call, brother. I'm glad. Yeah, I bet you it was awesome. How great was the Sangi?
I did. I had half. I'm like, half's plenty for me. I haven't had that kind of meat in years, and I'm going to bring the other half to my son Dom because he loves this kind of stuff. So ridiculously good, bursting with flavor.
Well, I might have to order one of those bad boys tomorrow. Thank you, Longbridge Pizza. Yeah. We freaking love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, Neil, and all of the Longbridge regulars. Hey, I wanted to shout out the Hum Daddies. So you were talking about Ghost Town beer, and Hum Daddies just goes, hey, guys, Ghost Town, shout out Kanye. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Hum Daddies. I'll see your Kanye Ghost Town, and I'll raise you a cheap Ghost Town. That's another Ghost Town right there. Tony's got, you remember Ghost Town? It's a nice little ballad right there. Robin Zander doing his thing. So Ghost Town, Kanye. By the way, dude, speaking of Kanye, how many people here, raise your hand, even though I can't see you, how many, the specials Ghost Town. There's another one. Thank you, Noemi. That's a trifecta we got. How many of y'all have seen this freaking Puff Daddy thing on Netflix?
I started it today.
He's a sick bastard. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, this is a sick man.
You know who I love seeing on that though, Paulie? Is the guy that I loved in the 80s, Al B. Sure.
Dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Seeing him in this thing, I'm like, because his track Night and Day and that whole album, what was the name of the album? I can't remember the album, but it was really good, man. And so it's good to see Al B. Sure on that thing. But you're right, Paulie.
It's a 4-part documentary. I think it's kind of valuable to know what was going on there. I mean, this is a sick individual, man. And the first episode is kind of like a historical look at New York hip hop. Like Tony said, Albie Shore's in it. Eric Sermon from EPMD. There's some KRS-One footage. There's some Public Enemy footage, like the early New York days of hip hop. And I love that stuff. That's my stuff. And I like the West Coast stuff from that period. In fact, on that note, I saw Los D before. Yes, Los D, that is Ice-T behind me. And yes, that is Darlene. That's
Nice.
Ice-T's old lady before he has his new lady, Coco. Okay? Coco. Ice-T and Coco have been together a long time. I love Ice-T. But anyway, yeah, that's the Power album. Great record. But as you watch this Puff Daddy thing, I want to say one last thing, and then we'll get into the Niners. I had no idea how intimately involved in, I'm telling you right now, in the death of Tupac Shakur that Diddy was. And you watch, I think it's episode 2. It's basically the entire episode is about the relationship between Biggie, Puff Daddy, and Tupac. And that whole thing, dude, his fingerprints are all over it. The bottom line is this. A lot of people, and there's a lot of evidence to point to this, that Puff Daddy ultimately is the guy who hired the people that killed Tupac. That's what it all boils down to. Yeah, and that's in the documentary. I had no idea we were going to get that. I thought it was going to be all about his freak-offs and stuff, and that's covered as well.
Yeah.
But the whole Tupac thing was very, very distressing. So anyway, I'm just saying, check it out. It's worth watching if you haven't seen it.
It's worth watching, but just know that you're going to be disturbed.
You're going to get upset. It's upsetting. You get pissed. You're like, this guy's a scumbag, dude.
Yeah,
total scumbag.
Total. Oh God, it just makes me. By the way, Hum Daddy's great line on the chat. He says the ladies of PMP are getting matumboed when it comes to ball talk.
Here it comes. Let's go. Niners, Tennessee Sunday coming up. But I think Tony said, I mean, how much can we say about this game? Honestly, I got to tell you this. Well, first of all, there is news today. Matt Gay was let go. Back comes Eddy Dinero. And by the way, Matty Gay, nice little Niner. You know what I mean? Came in, did his job, made a few kicks. Now he's out. What do you think?
Dude, nice little Niner, dude.
Yeah, he was a nice little Niner for us, just for a little window of time. We brought in Matty Gay, kicking a few kicks, and now he's out of here. You know, I got no problem with Matty Gay.
He doinked in one.
However it goes.
No question. But it is nice to see Eddy Pinheiro back. You know, I feel like the Niners should be in control of this game on Sunday. Tony Pollard is the only person I'm like really worried about, but if they focus on shutting him down, Cam Ward, I think they should be able to handle. I told Paulie I think they might get a couple picks this weekend. I really think I could see an Upton Stout pick. I
like the sound of that. I like the sound of that a lot. And you know, we're still working on getting CMC a 1,000 mark this year, which I think he can achieve. But Tony was saying, so just to let you guys know, we cut our new 30 on Thursday episode earlier today, so that will be available tomorrow on Cron 4 Plus on the streaming app. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. We do our own show every Thursday, or they post it on Thursday on the Cron 4 Plus app. That it's just 30 minutes of Tony and I talking football. We talk about a whole bunch of matchups and anyway, you can catch that tomorrow. And just another reminder, hello, Cron 4. Hey, everybody. They show new episodes of PMP every night at 11:30. So the Cron family's been really good to us, and we're happy to be a part of that. So if you want to get extra PMP or watch the show on Cron, by all means do that. And 30 on Thursday will be available tomorrow.
Totally, Paulie. And also looking at the Niners too, I could also see like a D Winters pick, like a linebacker pick. And also Tatum Bethune is questionable. He didn't practice today.
Yeah.
But he is questionable. It'd be great to have him back on the field. But maybe if the game, you know, maybe this is a game that they one more week just to get totally right and be ready for the home stretch of the last 3 games. That would be, but to get Bethune back would be sweet. And D Winters, go get yourself a pick. Upton Stout, go get yourself a pick. And the 12-point spread, I think we're okay. I really do. I could see the Niners winning by 14 or 17.
When we were doing the 30 on Thursday a little earlier today, Tony made a comment, and it's kind of stayed in my head. Tony, you said, listen, this is a 2-11 team coming in here, playing a 49er team that is hungry, that is playing good football. They got their quarterback back. I like the feel of this game. Now, 12.5 points. I'm not going to worry about that, but that is a spread. But Tony said, you're telling me Bobby Saleh has 2 weeks to prepare for Tennessee? Yeah. I'll take that 10 times out of 10. I got to be honest with you. I am not one to look past teams and say like, oh, automatic win. But I feel relatively comfortable with this game. Now, anything can happen. I know weird things happen, upsets happen. I don't think Tennessee rolls into Levi's and beats the Niners under any circumstance. I think the Niners being a 9-4 team in the playoff hunt, and let's not forget, they can still win the NFC West. That is on the table. Now, they do need some help from the Rams. But again, remember how strong the Niner record is in the division and how their record is in the NFC. They're doing really, really well. So
they need help, Paulie. They need help from the Lions. Lions are at LA this week.
Huge game, buddy. That's a huge game.
The Lions need it, dude. The Lions need it more than the Rams need it, right? So I feel like the Lions are, I mean,
they just beat Dallas. I mean, they beat a hot Dallas team last week, and they beat them pretty handily. I know Dallas made a push at the end, but I thought Detroit pretty much had control of that game. So, that's a really interesting. That's it, boy. I know. Who do you like in that game? Rams. The Rams are good though, man. They put points on the board, and they can do it in a hurry.
I mean, the Lions defense showed up against the Cowboys, and I'm hoping that same defense shows up down at SoFi. But the Rams are, dude, they're third in the NFC North at 8-5, man. And so they have nothing locked up and anywhere close to locked up. So they're kind of like in the hunt still. So they need this game big time. And again, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, those three, dude. I mean, and David Montgomery too. Those four, Tuft and Goff. You show that's a God. And then, I mean, they have Ross Dwelly, right? Because the other two tight ends are on the IR. And Dwelly's manageable and serviceable.
I told you, dude, don't look past Dwelly. That's my boy. Right. He was making catches. He made a couple of plays against the Cowboys. He did. Yeah.
No, totally. It's like you said about Matt Gay, nice Niner. Well, Ross Dwelly, nice line.
Nice little lion. Yeah, nice little lion. Yeah, nice little Niner. I mean, he was a little Niner. He was a little guy here for a short amount of time. Nice little Niner. Yeah.
Do you, hold on. I was going to look at the spread on that Detroit game. I'm going to look at that spread real quick. Probably stand by.
Oh, on the Rams fight. Yeah, let me know. I don't know what the spread is. That's a good question.
Without looking, I'm guessing it's 4. I'm guessing. Now I'm going to look.
I'm going to look too.
Let's see. It is 4.5. No, 4.5. No, it opened at 4.5. It opened at 4.5. Now it's 5.5.
Lions are getting 5.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
It opened at 4.5, and money came in on the Rams, so they upped the spread to 5.5. So
I tell you what, I might take Dan Campbell and those 5.5 points on the road because, like you said, they're a desperate team. They need to win. They got to keep pace with the Bears and the Packers, dude. They got their hands full. The Lions, that division, the whole NFC, dude. The whole NFC has become. I will say this though, while we're talking about that division, NFC North, my kind of impression of the Bears has changed a little bit based on how Green Bay handled them the other day. Even Rod Brooks yesterday was talking about the Chicago Bear offensive line and how dominant they have been at times. They were not dominant against Green Bay at all. And that could be a one-off thing, or that could be that they got exposed. So I'm my antenna's up on the Bears now. I was impressed. Did that change your impression of them at all? The loss in Green Bay?
I you know what I'd like to do is rewatch that game, and hopefully the Niners rewatch that game before they play the Bears, and how the Packers handled them defensively. It was still a 1-score game though, and it was at Lambeau, right? If that game's in Chicago, it might be a different outcome. The Bears still scare me, dude. And Paulie, I got to share this too. This guy scares me too, even though he's having fun making snow angels. We've had the McVay on a sleigh. We've had
look at the look on his face, dude. I tell you what, this is one of the great strokes of genius we've ever had. McVay on the shelf, McVay on a sleigh. Keep the scenarios coming. You know what I mean? Give me a McVay snowman. Give me a McVay Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We can do all the holiday themes. Give me a McVay heat miser on the island of misfit toys. I want it all.
Nice,
you know?
Nice. What was the Unicorn Cornelius, right?
The ice pick, the guy with the ice pick, eating the snow off the ice pick. Yeah. I was fascinated with that when I was a kid. I'm like, wow, where is this place? Yeah.
But this is compliments of Mark Graves. He sent this in. Mark Gravy Graves. He sent that in. Thanks, Mark. Love the McVay thread. And the Rams, they're a damn good football team. They're having a damn good year. Stafford's having an amazing year. But if the Lions could squeak a win out of there, dude, and then all of a sudden, the last 3 games for the Seahawks, Niners, and Rams, it's going to be a tight race to the finish. And then the Niners end up hosting the Seahawks.
Right.
Last game of the season. By the way, that game time is TBD still. I think the day and time are still TBD because it's the last game of the season, and it might come down to that for playoff status. By the way, with such an important game, Paulie, there's no better choice than to wear the new Saloon Font Stadia rivalry blacks on that game. So get used to that when it comes up.
You have rivalry blacks. And by the way, the Niners are going so far with it this year. Tony, we're talking black jersey, black pants. Ready? Black helmet, bro. Black effing not, no gold or red to be seen anywhere within miles. They're going black for that game. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know.
I mean, if they, I'll tell you this much, Paulie. If it comes down to that game and they beat Seattle to win the NFC West,
they might be wearing them in the playoffs if they do. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What? Maybe I'll buy myself one of those rivalry blacks because, I mean, maybe there's some good mojo in those things, but
yeah, Miriam, I'm with you. I hate the black helmet too. I got to be honest. When it comes to the 49ers, I need some gold somewhere. I need some like hint of red somewhere, but we're not getting it. We got a couple more supers here, Tony. I saw Escobar go by here.
A few more, yeah. So we got Cheeks. Escobar Cheeks the 30 says, shout out the OJs, give the people what they want, which is what the ladies with the broads of PMP wanted to pivot to Niners football. Thank you, Escobar, for the super. And then he followed that right up with Eminem has a rap about Diddy killing.
I didn't know that. Yeah, it's pretty incriminating. I mean, there's really not much doubt left in your mind after you watch this. And by the way, what is the do you know, Tony, what the nature of the beef between, I mean, imagine, dude, 50 Cent go pose, and I'm glad he did. I mean, I got no problem with 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent. But dude, it's like, what's the beef between him and Diddy that made him do this? I wonder. Do you know?
No idea. All I know is that don't forget Tupac, Marin City. He's from, just down the Waldo grade in Marin City. That's where he's from. So I always like the fact that he was from the North Bay. And I don't know, man.
I always like the fact that his mom was in the Black Panthers. I always thought that was pretty freaking cool, man. Yeah. Did you know the Grateful Dead used to do benefits for the Black Panthers? Just throwing that out there. Yeah.
And by the way, I'm in Long Ridge Pizza. I'm at Neil Donardi's office, just blocks away from the Hells Angels compound. Just,
Hey, I got news for you. The Polymac Particle community, we got friends in the Angels, man. We got friends. We got Big Steve. He's one of our favorite guys. Patty knows Big Steve. A few of you guys know Big Steve because Big Steve would always come to the opening day broadcast for Murph and Mac, and he would have the vest on, and he always brought a cake, dude. He always brought like a special opening day cake. Big Steve is the greatest, and I don't know where the clubhouse is, but I know it is in the dog patch somewhere. I
think it's on Tennessee Street, right here in the dog patch.
Nice.
Right?
And you should go over there and say and give me a weird signs. Hi, dudes. Yeah.
Here we go. Candlestick Kid checking in. What's up, PMP Mafia? Sorry being absent due to working nights. Happy holidays, PMP for life.
Candlestick Kid, still one of my favorite handles. Great to see you, brother. We missed you, but I get it, man. We all got to work. We all got to feed ourselves, so it's all good. You stop by whenever you can. You're always welcome here. Look at this. Look at Escobar now. Here, we got more historical stuff coming. Give me Escobar's post here. This is wild.
Okay, wow. Okay, because there's a I got to catch up.
Go through them as you need to.
No. We'll do this because we were just talking about it. He says, my mom was a secretary for the Black Panther Party as well.
That's awesome. I can't wait to pick your brain, man. Yeah.
Dude, Escobar. God, there's a lot of layers to Escobar, man. I love it. Cheeks, man. Cheeks. Way to rep it strong, dude. That's great stuff. Going back.
And by the way, one last thing on the Panthers. If I'm not mistaken about this, I think, and HVAC, you might know the answer to this. If I'm not mistaken, Angela Davis is now, I believe, a professor at UC Santa Cruz. I think Angela Davis, a former, like, very prominent Panther, she now teaches down at UC Santa Cruz, if my info is correct. Anyway, just throwing that out there. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
She's a banana slug?
I think so. Yes, I do. She went from being a Panther to a banana slug. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She is a distinguished professor emerita of feminist studies and history of consciousness at the University of California, Santa Cruz. That's awesome. Great call, boy.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. I go banana slugs all the time. Our dear friend Brian Townsend, who wore the Dodgers shirt, who's the only Dodger fan at Long Ridge Pizza the night.
He was a good guy. He was putting up with a lot of abuse that night, and he took it well. Yeah, and he was a big guy. I was hoping he didn't get pissed off, because if that guy turned on us, we could have problems. He's a big man. Yeah.
Totally great dude, and also a banana slug. He reps the banana slug.
So is my buddy David Drutz. He's a banana slug too. All the good, I got to tell you the truth. That's maybe where I dropped the ball. I probably should have gone to college at UC Santa Cruz, man. Why didn't you go to Santa Cruz? I could have seen you down there in a heartbeat.
I did. They didn't have much of a reputation for baseball,
Fair enough. No, fair enough. Yeah.
But in hindsight, yeah, dude. Like, look at my path now. It's like, God, I was meant to be a banana slug.
But the only other thing, though, Tony, if I did get into UC Santa Cruz, or I was a student down there, I might not last more than a semester. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ganj would have been out of flipping control down there.
Look at our boys from Santa Cruz, Soccer Bowl, and David Shanklin, NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. They're both Santa Cruz boys, and they like to fill piñatas with God's green earth,
Oh my God, 100%. And Miriam, yes, that's Drutzy. You met him at the Who concert, 100%. And he is one of the bass players I play with all the time. In fact, did I mention this yesterday? I think I did. New Polymac and Friends gig. It's months away. It's in March. We got March 20th. We're going back to the Brisbane Inn again. You will see David Drutz on bass at that. You will see Creative Tony on bass at that. And I'm getting Rod Brooks in the mix this time. Rod Brooks has been looking to jam for years. I don't know how many of you know this, but he's a drummer. And I told him yesterday, I go, Brooksy, save the date, grab your sticks, get your ass down there, because I want to get Rod Brooks. I want me, you, and Brooksy to play a couple songs together.
Let's go. That'd be amazing, dude. And there'll be Quality Particles on stage jamming, which would be the way it's supposed to be. Also, Paulie, I was texting with Bob Marcucci today. Buckethead Mark and I are going to head up to your way during the holiday break, and the four of us are going to jam at Bob's rehearsal space. FYI.
Did you tell Bob about 320, or should I send him a text?
I'll tell him, but you should also send him a text too. It'll be great.
Okay.
Pine Needle. Look at this. I love what I'm seeing here, Pine Needle. Let's go. Stafford, 2 turnovers. Lions win 31-24. Book it. Stafford, 2 turnovers. Lions win 31-24.
I love it. I love Pine Needle. I dig it. I hope you're right, man. I'm all about this. I think all Niner fans would love that outcome right there. And that's another team. Let's not forget, when the Niners played Detroit in the playoffs a couple of years ago, they had that big lead at halftime. Were you nervous in that game? I mean, Niners came back, handled their business, won the game. But I was like, this doesn't feel good. Like in the first half of that game, I was a little uptight, I got to admit.
Paulie, every time I see Cron Chris, we remind each other that my son Dom and I were at that game. And at halftime, we were down in the dumps. The Lions were up big. We went to go get some food. And while we're walking back to our seats, I literally physically did not see him coming. He didn't see me coming. I literally physically bumped into Cron Chris. Nice. And then we hugged it out, and we were both like, this is it. This is the turning point. The tide's going to turn right here. And then, of course it did. And so Chris and I love to reminisce on that fact, because, dude, watching that second half and watching the nicest fan base maybe on the planet, Detroit Lions fans that traveled to Levi's that game, they were so nice in defeat, and they were heartbroken because they felt good at half, but they weren't talking smack. They weren't and then to lose that game, I was like, oh my God, man. And they were like, Gamble Campbell. There it is, Gamble Campbell. And so,
by the way, speaking of Gamble Campbell, you know who tried to put on his Gamble Campbell hat the other night was your guy, Andy Reid, the walrus with the mustache. How about that? Even he's losing his mind. What's he doing? Dude, going for it on 4th down, a couple of minutes into the 4th quarter, in his own 32-yard line? Nope, didn't work. And it was another glorious moment of the night. I'm like, Andy Reid is actually starting to sweat. He's going for it on 4th down with 10 minutes left in the 4th. I thought that was a big mistake, and it blew up in his face. But not everybody can be Gamble Campbell, T. See?
Agreed. And Paulie, stand by.
Let us play the game.
That's all.
Yeah, let us play the game, man. Come on, dog. Let me play the game, dog. Hey, let me do this, Tony. Miri.
Yeah, I got more supers. Sorry, Paulie. I got to do this. It's my duty and responsibility. I apologize to cut you off. Dub City checking in as a super, and he says, do the Raiders get another win this season? They play the Eagles, Texans, Giants, and Chiefs. Also, fly Pelicans. Oh, hold on. Stand by.
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
There we go. And because I haven't heard it in a while, and I'll give you a reprise, Dub City. Reprise.
Pelican fly. Come on, Pelican.
So
Every
good.
time I hear that, I think of Los D because he was like the brains behind that one. Come on, Pelican. Pelican.
So good. Do the Raiders get another win this season? That is, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so.
Well, another thing we talked about on 30 on Thursday tonight, and again, this will be posted tomorrow, but we recorded it today, is that I think it was Damon Bruce yesterday, or might have been on Monday. I forget which day this was, but Damon Bruce actually posted something, and he's speculating. He was like, this might be the worst Raider team in history of all time. And he might be right, dude. And I take no joy in saying that. Again, Tony and I are not like Raider haters.
But that's considering some Joe Bugle bad teams.
This team might be worse, dude. They might be worse. This team is, they're unwatchable. They literally cannot succeed in any aspect of the game.
There, Paulie. There's, dude, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby.
Where do you begin, though? Where do you begin with this team, though? Yeah, there's a couple of talented players out there, but they bring in Pete Carroll. Even he can't change the climate, or the whole, it's like a disease, dude.
I wonder if Pete Carroll's going to change the gum to like chewing tobacco because he's just so stressed out.
I tell you the truth, does Pete Carroll even survive another year? And I wish no misfortune on him. I don't know. He's going to the Hall of Fame, that guy. But I mean, if he who is the coach that's going to come in there and turn that thing around? I don't know.
They need a quarterback, dude, and they also
badly.
Bring back the Polish cannon. Where's Janikowski? Can we bring back the Polish cannon?
He's probably selling ecstasy somewhere, like in Poland, or in Russia or something like that, out of the trunk of his car. Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the club where he got popped? I do. If you don't,
was it Holy Cow?
Snowdrift.
Oh, well, perfect. Of course. Yeah. It should have been called Snow Blind instead. But yeah. And was he selling X? Is that what he was doing?
I think I don't remember the facts. I just know that
something like that, though. Or he had a bunch of ecstasy in his trunk or something like that.
Yeah, he had a bunch of E on him, and I think it was meant to sell. He denied that, and I think he also might have been under the influence, but I'll tell
you what, though, he can kick. He can make a couple kicks for you anytime you need him.
He's nothing nowadays. Like, guys are kicking 60-yarders like it's nobody's business nowadays.
Oh my God, yeah, no, you're in field goal range when you're on your own 40. This is the way things are going these days. All right, Tony, I got to give Don Peralta some love. We got Peralta art
in a moment, Paulie. I apologize. It's just it's my duty. Escobar, he says, drinking hot cocoa with Baileys and Hennessy. I forgot to give the reminder. Hashtag smash the like button. Hashtag defund the playoff less Chiefs. Paulie, stand by.
Let us play the game.
Let us play, man. All these flags always going against us.
Yeah, let's play the whole thing. We play the whole thing.
Let us play the game. And then whatever happens. Like the whole throwing the flag and deciding the game one or another. That's what hurts me.
It's going to be so great. It's going to be so freaking great. January is going to come around and they ain't going to be there. They're not even I don't even think they're getting in. I mean, there are some people like Rod yesterday was like, don't count them out till they're buried. Dude, there is no evidence I've seen that tells me the Chiefs are going to peel off 4 straight wins and somehow make it into the playoffs. And even if they do, they won't be around long. This is just simply, you got to accept it. They're just not that good this year. Teasing
again more of our 30 on Thursday that's going to air tomorrow. Paulie and I recorded it a couple hours ago. We did talk about the Chargers going to Arrowhead and our thoughts about it's only what is it, a 4.5? Chargers are getting.
They're giving Herbert 4.5 points, dude. Again, Herbert's going to be out there like passing with his hand up, dude. Favorite, you know what I mean? Like looking for receivers, dude. He was like hitting the ground with his hand up last week. I got a ton of respect for that kid. As tough as nails, dude. He got sacked 7 times on Sunday. I don't mean to laugh. And he's been sacked 45 effing times on the year. He's been hit more than any other quarterback in the NFL. He really is a tough kid. He's super talented. Tony, I'll tell you right now, I'll take the points and I'll take the Chargers right. Listen, I took Houston last week. They were getting 3.5. Guess what? Didn't need the points. They beat them flat out. They beat them by 10 on their own field. And I just saw the Hum Daddies post something. Kelsey is toast. 1,000,000% he's toast. He's done. And that's the way I feel about the whole team, though, Hum Daddies. When I look at the Chiefs now, yes, Mahomes is playing for his life, but he's like the only guy that shows a pulse. Like right now, the Chiefs can't run the football. They can't throw the football. And they really can't stop offenses from doing whatever they want. I mean, we saw that Houston had their way with them. Dude, they outscored them by 10 points. So I like the Chargers getting 4.5. I'll show you my hand on that one right now. I'll take the Chargers, no problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Chiefs might win the game because them losing 2 in a row at Arrowhead, I just don't see happening. But I'm with you on that, Paulie. The spread is going to come into play for sure. I think that's a definite fact. Last super, Paulie, before well, actually, maybe this is something you wanted to talk about, but also before we get to Don Peralta, Miriam checking in as a super saying, when are we going to Particle Land?
That's the 2-minute warning horn. So here's what we're going to do, Miriam, and I'm glad you reminded us. We're definitely going to Particle Land. Let's do Peralta Arts first. Mm-hmm. We'll come back. We'll go to Particle Land, and then we can wrap it up for tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow, special show on location. Tony and I both side by side at Longbridge. It'll be like and by the way, since we're getting very close to the end of the year, we will, I guess maybe early next week, we can talk about this, but we're going to start talking about time off because Tony's going to take some time. Then I'm going to take some time. But while Tony's out, we will have some special guests coming in. I'll tell you right now, Rags, none other than Rags, straight out of New Jersey, Iron Man himself. He will co-host a couple of shows with me. Don Peralta will be with me. And I want to try to get Los D on a broadcast too before the end of the year. Los, I haven't even talked to you about that yet. Sorry. But I'd love to co-host with you at one point. So that'll be happening too. We'll go over all the dates very soon. But Tony and I at Longbridge Pizza. I think Tony's frozen. Are you frozen, pal? Yeah, he is. He's frozen solid. Tony, jump out of the broadcast. Come on back, and I'm going to give you – and you just come back with Particle Land. That's all you need to worry about. You just get Particle Land lined up and ready to go, and I will tell you about Peralta Arts in the meantime. Let's talk about my guy, Dami Peralta, the one, the only, the talented artist who has given so much to this show, the great guy that has given so much to this show, the Miss PMC sash. That was Don Peralta. The show poster for the Holiday Frolic, that was Don Peralta. Boy, I don't like seeing myself that big on the screen. I'm getting scared. It's too much, Paulie. Anyway, let's talk about Peralta Arts and Company. This is where graphic design, illustration, music, and pop culture all collide. Peralta Arts is a full spectrum creative studio specializing in bold graphics, vibrant illustration, and visual storytelling, carrying forward the spirit of legendary Bay Area artists. By the way, Dom, you know we got to rap about when you talk about legendary Bay Area artists? Let's talk Stanley Mouse, dude. Stanley Mouse. I'm assuming you're a fan. By the way, the PMP and Ain't Easy Holiday Frolic limited edition poster on sale right now. We gave a couple away the other night during the raffle, but you can purchase one for yourself and help Dom out in the process right now. It's a great poster, Dom, with the freaking skeleton stepping, very Shakedown Street-esque. Very, very nice touch on that one. But again, back to Peralta Arts and Company. So they also channel pop culture, music, and the energy within our community into every project. That's logos, that's posters, that's fine art, and brand visuals that all celebrate. I'm still up there. Come on back, Creative Tony, wherever you are. Logos, posters, fine art, and brand visuals that all celebrate Bay Area culture. Again, remember this, you guys. Your story deserves bold visuals, and Peralta Arts and Company can bring those visuals to life with Bay Area soul, Bay Area heart, and Bay Area goodness. So contact Peralta Arts, bring your next vision to life, and really let Dom go to work for you guys. If you have some kind of special event and you need some, specialized artwork, a poster like the one he just did for us, or maybe you have like a marketing campaign you need to roll out, let Dom go to work, Lynn. Let him give you the product that he's been giving us all year by all you have to do is reach out and have the conversation. Dominic at stellar.design. Dominic at stellar.design, or you can call Dommy anytime or text him 650-796-3144, 650-796-3144. Thank you so much, Dom. Thank you so much, Peralta Arts and Stellar Design. He is one of the good ones, and we're so happy to have him part of the Polymech Particle familia. Tony, welcome back to the program. We missed you. And you know what I hate about that, dude? Every time you drop out, and by the way, is that going to be a problem tomorrow? Because you have been freezing up a lot in Longbridge. You've been
No,
jumping
it's
in,
just
jumping out, jumping in, jumping out.
Do you know that like when there's certain neighborhoods, like at certain times of the day, they switch over to a different power grid? Like it happens. I swear to God, I think we're near a power grid here, and I think they switch different grids, and it affects things here. It's
Well,
trippy.
listen. A couple of AC/DC references need to be mentioned. Shout out AC/DC. Flick of the switch.
Nice.
Okay, we're the flick of the switch. Yeah,
Nice.
I'll quote it if I have to.
Or probably
High voltage.
High voltage rock and roll, dude. Bon Scott, I'm a Bon Scott head. I love me some Bon Scott. All right, Tony, let's go to Particle Land, and then we can come on back and wrap up, send everybody home for the night, or back into their living rooms. But I was gonna say, dude, every time you jump off, and then I look at the screen, dude, I got like a King Kong size Paulie Mac head, and it bums me out. I hate seeing myself that big. I'm like, that's too much. I don't even like seeing myself. But I'm glad you're back, Tony. Nice to have you.
good to be back, Paulie. And also we have oh shoot, hang on. That was a little precursor. I apologize. We also, I want to give tickets away to a special show this coming Sunday. We'll do it at the very end of the show. Our dear friend Will Sparks and Rebecca Sparks and their daughter's band Sweet Sally we can get into. But first and foremost, Paulie, let's go to Particle Land. Are you ready to go to Particle Land?
F yeah.
All right, stand by. Here we go.
Welcome to Particle Land.
Dude. So good.
I've seen a few landscapes like that in my day. I'm not going to lie. I've been through that door, figuratively speaking. And Tony, we don't have to do this tonight. We'll do the tickets for Will. But isn't there another installment of Particle Land where it's that night, like waterfalls? Can we do that one tomorrow?
We can do it right now, Paulie. We might as well do it. We just entered Particle Land, right? So we might as well, if we're there.
Yeah, Doors of Perception, 100%. That's what I'm talking about, Scarlet Fire. You know what's up.
All right, stand by, Paulie.
Yeah, give me this.
Where's the volume, though? Here we go.
Trippy man.
I thought there was some music to this. I don't think this is the one with the train.
This is getting serious now. We got people. We got jesters. Oh boy, we got some kind of goddess over there.
Oh my God.
You got guys floating around. That's Tony floating around the room. Yeah. Damn. Are you afraid of Particle Land, or are you like comfortable with this?
I'm comfortable. I'm definitely comfortable. If it was darker and more menacing,
this could turn on you at a certain point. Like this could look at this. Now we got there's a lot going on here, man. Patrick Patton, listen, Miriam, I don't know if I've seen this one either. No, this is the one. Yeah, I remember this. I remember the circus tent. Yeah,
the circus tent's great.
Oh my God. Get us in there. There's the bus. The bus came by and I got on. Bum 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 bum. Yeah.
Oh wait, and then there's this one too. This is from Patrick Patton as well.
Yeah.
Here are your particles, Paulie. Use wisely.
Amen. I'm just the guy to do it. I'm just the guy to take us into Particle, and believe me, I got a lot of experience. Thank you, Patrick Patton, very much. And Miriam, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Okay, Tony, Sweet Sally tickets, and then we crossfade home. Go ahead.
Yeah, dude. So Sweet Sally is a local band, right? And our friend Will Sparks, who was there on Friday and who donated a badass knife to the raffle, who I believe Patty not only won in the raffle, but then used to bust open the gut of the Patrick Mahomes pinata. So that knife was put to use immediately. But Will's daughter, Will and Rebecca Sparks' daughter, Sophia, is in a great bluegrass trio called Sweet Sally, and they're having an album release party on Sunday at Rancho Nicasio. You know who else has played at Rancho Nicasio? Our guy Jeff Faust and the Freestone Peaches. great spot to see a show. And Will and Sophia and Rebecca are kind enough. They're there. There's the trio right there. You can see them. And by the way, Sophia is on her way to Berkeley School of Music on a full scholarship, dude. So serious stuff here. And Will was nice enough to say, hey, album release party, Rancho Nicasio this Sunday. Would love to give a pair of tickets away for anybody who can make it up there. So, Paulie, we could do songs about Sally. Like, as you know, well, I don't want to give away answers. But
are we giving the tickets away right now?
We're going to have people email. The first person to email in, but we have to, like, we can do a trivia question. We could do some sort of giveaway on the email.
Go ahead. This is you. Do it.
Well, I feel like there are. I'm trying to think of a way to
Do I
give
need to take over this operation? You don't look like you're going anywhere with this.
No, I was thinking about a song, but go ahead.
Well, I'm giving it to you. Do you have something?
No, go ahead. Take it.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. First person to email in this caption. I'm just going to pull this out because it's another Sally reference, and I like this song. Sneaking Sally down the alley. Whoever can put that in the subject line and send it to pauliespod@gmail.com first wins the Sweet Sally tickets. That's the catchphrase. Sneaking Sally down the alley. If you know, you know. Send it to pauliespod@gmail.com. First person to get that through gets the tickets. Enjoy the record release party, and congrats, Will. They're definitely talented. Those girls can definitely play, and I'm sure the record is going to be great. Yeah, Sneaking Sally. I got you, Andrew. Me and you, buddy. Me and you. I saw it is an incredible jam. I saw that one at the Bill Graham Civic Center. That was the highlight of the last Fish show I saw. I haven't seen them in many, many years, but the last time I did, that was the tune that kind of jumped out at me of the night. That was a great jam.
Hey, Paulie, only because Andrew Markoulis of Longbridge Pizza is on the chat. He sent me these pictures just a few moments ago. This is him as a youth. Just there he is. That's nice. Andrew as a little shark. And he just texted me those. So I just wanted to pass those on. Andrew, we got your back. Hopefully everything's wonderful in Tahoe, in Sunnyside. Pray for snow. I'll see you up there when the snow happens, bud. So, but Will Sparks, thank you for the tickets, and good luck at Sophia and Sweet Sally this Sunday at the gig. And Paulie, that's all I got for our night flight, buddy. Unless you got anything else.
No, definitely not. But next time we hang out, Andrew, we'll talk some hockey together. I didn't know you played. You look good on skates, even as a youngster. Hell yeah, Belmont. I got you. I've been over to the rink in Oakland a couple of times. The one near the Fox Theater. I forget the name of that place, but they have some games, some leagues in there. I was over there in the 90s a couple of times. No, that's all we got. So we're going to see you tomorrow from Longbridge Pizza, high noon. Creative Tony, crossfade, do your thing. Thank you, Hum Daddies. Thank you, Los D, Markoulis, Escobar, Chuch 916, all of y'all. Miguel, Rags, everybody get some sleep, Rags. Go to bed. It's way past your bedtime. That's all I got. Corinne, have a nice night. And we'll see you at high noon, Tony. Take us home, buddy.
Business hours are over.
All right.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, everybody. Stevie B, everybody have a great night, you guys. Toke them if you got them, as they say on the streets. Thank you, Crown 4. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Twitter. And thank you, YouTube. Of course, all of our friends. Thanks for supporting the show. We have a great time doing it, and we will see you live on location from LBP, Longbridge Pizza, tomorrow at high noon, y'all. Have a great night, and cheers, everybody.
Peace, y'all.